What's up, guys? It's your boy IzzyDGamer here once again, bringing you another episode of Let's Talk About It, episode 11 to be exact. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Beforehand, that came from the amazing Cheria White, who is actually on the camera today. So that's amazing, also. So thank you so much for that. She won't talk. She won't talk on my show, but it's amazing. Today we'll be talking about the most anticipated games of 2020. We'll also be going through Eminem's new Phantom album drop, and we'll be going over a bunch of delays that happened this month because 2020 is the year of delays, and this is Let's Talk About It. Alright, today I was supposed to have a special guest, but they weren't able to be here, so hopefully I can get them next month. But for now it's just me, and we'll be going over a lot. Some games that I've been playing is I've been playing some Destiny 2, I've been playing some Apex Legends, and also some Watch Dogs 2. I've actually taken a break on Watch Dogs 2 though, a little outdated, but I have been playing it since the last Let's Talk About It, so that's always good. Let's go through, with that being said, let's go through the delays that have happened this past month, just this month. So I found an article on Game Rant, and this was updated 7 hours ago, which is like the most recent one. So this is the one we're going to use. It looks like this is every game so far that's been delayed. We've got Cyberpunk 2077. If I didn't already say that, I think I did. But that is now coming out in April. Yeah. Yeah, that really sucks. The game was originally slated for September, no, it's been pushed to September 17, 2020. And it was slated for April, so it was supposed to get released in April. And now it's getting released in September. That's crazy. Final Fantasy VII Remake also got delayed. That's been delayed from March to April, just like Cyberpunk is also releasing in April. No, it was releasing in April. It's not releasing in September, which is cool. That's great, because that means that Final Fantasy is going to have its room to breathe, and it's kind of like its realm to have its fun in, because Lord knows that everybody's going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 when that comes out. Avengers has been delayed to September, and it was slated for May, so that's a little rough for them. Avengers is already looking like a pretty rough game. I kind of have mixed feelings on it. It's looking a lot like Destiny, but like all the things that I don't want, you know what I mean? And but I am excited for the story, and I hope that a lot of people are excited for the story, but it's gonna make it a lot harder to sell that game in September if Cyberpunk 2077 is also coming out in September. It's no good. No good. What are you doing, Square Enix? You're setting them out to die. What are you doing? Iron Man VR also was delayed. That was set for February, so next month. It got delayed until May. That game is looking pretty good. I mean, it can take all the time that they need, though. I'm not like nipping at the bits to get it. You know what I mean? Like I can just I can wait for that. I'm not really in any dire need of an Iron Man VR game. And then finally, Dying Light 2 was just delayed today. Dying Light 2, today is of course Monday, the 20th. But yeah, it's been delayed from spring 2020 to indefinitely, so nobody actually knows when this game is coming out. So That's all bad for Dying Light, of course. It's never good to get delayed indefinitely. That means you're in development hell. You don't know when the game's coming out. Your developers don't know when the game's coming out. The project leaders don't know when the game's coming out. That came straight from the top. Like, yo, yeah, it's taking too long on this development. It's costing us too much money. We're gonna have to put you on hold, and that's pretty rough. But anybody that was excited for Dying Light, I'm sorry. But make sure you guys update your calendars. Those were the new dates for all of our most anticipated games. Alright, so my favorite game of 2019, of course. I mean, I don't even think you guys needed to ask, but it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Why? Because it's Kingdom Hearts. Was that the best game of 2019? No, of course not. It's pretty bad. Kingdom Hearts 2 is still the best game. But the way that they improved on their storytelling cannot go without praise. Zoom in, give me the one, please. They deserve the praise. Kingdom Hearts deserves all the praise. Okay, and then next we're gonna get into the most notable flops of 2019. This is a new thing that I did this year specifically, and I think I'm gonna keep up with it. So the most notable flops for this year are Anthem and Fallout 76. Why? These are open world looter shooters. This is what I like. This is online always. I love it. I love the activity. I love playing with my friends because it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? Fallout 76, it released buggy as all get out. It's barely playable. Same with Anthem. You know, Anthem released with the bare bones of what it needed to produce a looter shooter like that. A massively open world, semi MMO, you know, collectathon freaking game. Like, it needed more, you know, both of those games. I'm very disappointed in both Bethesda, you know, and shoot, I forget who made it, the BioWare, you know, BioWare made Anthem. Yeah, I'm like really disappointed in them. I was really excited for Anthem. I'm not a big Fallout guy, but there are a lot of people that are into that game, and I could imagine, you know, how they felt. You know, luckily, like, just paying attention to the news, I could tell that they were gearing up to just throw some trash at us, or sell some trash to us. Now I know, like, what went on behind closed doors was pretty rough. You know, they had to kind of scrap everything over during the Anthem development, you know, and kind of go from there. Last minute stuff, you know, that is a normal thing for those types of games. Those are the hardest games to develop, are semi MMO FPS video games. Those are so complicated because they're so the online mechanic of it is so integral to your enjoyment of the game. So if you don't have those servers on point or anything like that, then the game's gonna flop. And just like these two did, these are both the same type of genre, and they thought they would jump in on a bandwagon. That's what happened. So yeah, so those would be the two most notable flops. And now let's get into the most anticipated games. The reason all you guys come here, the bread, my bread, your butter. Yeah, so let's start it off. I'm gonna start it off from 3, and I'm gonna go from there. And I think I have to make a change on the fly right now because I was just thinking about it. Kind of switched on me. So my third is going to be Cyberpunk 2077. I don't really have to speak much about the game. It's a large open world game, RPG, first person shooter. And it's set in a futuristic world, and it's probably the best looking trailers I've seen so far in terms of just pure design, you know? Like, I've never seen more realistic characters than watching in-game gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077 and seeing that guy, I don't know what his name is, but it's this guy that shows up in the trailer with black dude, smokes a cigar in a car. That's all he did. And I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold right away because it looks so realistic. Like, and like that's the bare minimum of what that game has to offer, but I mean, it also has Keanu Reeves in there. You know what I'm saying? So like, there we go. 2 things. I'm sold. All right. So make sure you check out Cyberpunk 2077 if you haven't seen it. Very hype game. I'm very excited for it. But that is third. That is number 3 on my most anticipated list. Number 2 is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now look, I've been a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII since Kingdom Hearts. Never played the actual, well, I did play the actual game. I got to the part that this remake is supposed to get to, which is right when they leave Midgar. Spoiler alert, sorry. But if you haven't played 1970 something Final Fantasy, then you got some work to do. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, they up-res everything. Like it just looks amazing. Like, I never thought that they would come out with an actual Final Fantasy VII game that with the character models of the Advent Children characters, you know what I mean, from the movie, the Final Fantasy VII movie that they made. But when they announced that they were doing that, I was all in from the jump, before I even saw a trailer or anything. And having seen like all the gameplay, I haven't seen like how they switched the battle mechanics from turn-based classic RPG to real-time RPG that they got going on for them. Amazing. And then last but not least, what's the other game that got delayed, Cheria, that I didn't mention? There's a reason I didn't mention it.
The Last of Us.
What's up? She knows what's up. She knows what's up, and that's number 1. Why is The Last of Us Part 2 number 1? Do I even need to explain myself?
Is it because it's one of the most anticipated games of ever?
What is the best game of the decade? What won the best game of the decade? Guys, can you tell me in the comments below? I'll wait. You know what? I'm gonna make that this channel's question. What is the game of the decade? What game won that? Make sure you leave that in the comments below to let me know when you finish the video, because that is all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are stay interacting with me, you know. Make sure that you're in the comments. Make sure you're on my Twitter at IzzyDGamer. That'll be in the description below. And also make sure you check out the Unboring Podcast at Unboring Podcast on YouTube. You can also check us out on Twitter or Castbox. So thank you so much. And and once you guys check that out, let me know how you feel about it in those comments, because I'm really curious as to see what you guys are feeling like. Oh yeah, one other thing that I wanted, anybody that is into The Office, the TV show series, if you're watching you know, if you were into The Office UK, if you like the American version, please make sure you check out Office Ladies. It's an amazing podcast that I'm listening to right now. Really like Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey.
Kinsley.
I thought it was Kinsey. I thought she always says Kinsey up there. Alright, whatever. Check them out. Jenna Fisher's the best. I'm just saying. I like Angela too. She's cool. I don't have too much of a problem with her. She's definitely, you know, I think her character kind of messed her up for me a little bit, but I appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Happy gaming. Oh, actually, one thing I forgot to go over from earlier was Eminem's new album, of course, and I had a lot to say about it, so I figured I'd throw that up into let's talk about it, so we can talk about it a little bit. Eminem's new album dropped earlier in the week. It was okay. It was an okay album. I didn't mind it too much. I'd say it's like Kamikaze baby version or something like that, you know? Like baby edition. Kamikaze mini Kamikaze. Yeah, I think it's actually longer than Kamikaze though, so I guess that'd be longer. My only problems that I had with his album specifically is the release date. That's one thing. The release date, he dropped his album at the same time they dropped Mac Miller's Rest in Peace album. It was just very off-putting to me. I mean, like, you had to know it was coming out. You know, I just feel like that was kind of like a dirty move to do. Like, I mean, the dude's dead. Just let him get his little time in the spotlight before you throw your album out there and destroy everything. It wouldn't have been that deep to wait like a day before you drop your album, or like a couple of days or whatever. Would have been fine. But the fact that it was on the same day is kind of weird. It made me wonder, like, if they ever had any like bad blood or anything like that between each other before he passed. And yeah, it was very off-putting. Another thing that I wanted to say about the album is I no longer want baby Eminem. You know what I mean? Like, Eminem has come from humble beginnings. Everyone knows that. But the problem that this album showed me existed is that he is still trying to be Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady LP, Encore type Eminem. But he's not that person anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he's there's a song on there called Stepdad, where he's just complaining about his stepdad the whole time. And I'm like, I mean, like, you run out of family members at this point. You know what I'm saying, Eminem? You run out of family members. I mean, like, you dogged out your mom, you dogged out your dad, dogged out your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You talked about your daughter and your niece, I think. And I don't know, I just feel like he lives a good enough life that it's like, how are you still complaining about things? I mean, like, I'm not saying you can't complain. I'm saying, like, let me hear something about something you appreciate. You know what I mean? Like, let me hear some positivity from you a little bit. Because I think he complained about how he's been complaining a lot about the media, and it's like, dude, the media is on everybody. You know what I mean? And so, like, it's not, like, I get it. It's annoying as frick. It's probably frustrating. I definitely I wouldn't be able to deal. But I don't think, like, people can relate to that. You know, he complained about not being in the Rolling Stones magazine or something. I'm like, I don't know about that life, so, like, I can't relate, and that's detaching me from your lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, that's nothing I can relate to. One thing I'll say is, you know, Chance recently released an album this year or last year. It was really good. It was about positivity. It was about how much he loved his wife. You know what I mean? But before that, You know, he released a kind of party album, and then before that, he was releasing an album about the drug trip he took and like how he was like on that. And that album was called Acid Rap. And so like, people change, and like I feel like human beings and consumers understand that. So like it's okay to be different. I feel like he's at conflict, like trying to hold on to the same Eminem everybody loved back in the day, when he's really, like, in reality, no longer that guy. And so, like, all I would say about the album is it's okay. I would recommend that you give it a listen, try it out, you know, come up with your own review of it. Let me know how you feel. But, yeah, he definitely, I feel like he needs to just be himself, because it doesn't seem like that's what he's being at all, on his albums specific. But yeah, other than that, that's it. I just wanted to come in with that, and yeah, maybe I'll review another album that you guys could recommend in the comments down below.